So Mariam, you have launched Softer and then just did a Softer with web apps, which is really, really exciting and amazing. Congratulations. So what are you seeing in the industry as far as women being represented? Do you see, is it heavier on one side or the other?
Do you mean, thanks a lot, first of all. Do you mean in the user base, whether they're, how is the female representation? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. And just in the industry, like with when you're doing your networking and calls and all of those things, I mean, how well do you see women represented here?
Yeah, well, I mean, generally, I think the answer is obvious that generally in the industry and tech in general, women are represented really very little. I mean, I work my entire career in product and tech, and I have been always the first engineer in every company I joined, and I have led all female or all male teams, all of the time. And I think it's just, yeah, it's changing, but it's really changing very slowly. And in the communities, especially when I'm also part of lots of female communities around female founders, etc. And I see not so many female founders knowing about the no-code space, and really not many getting into the space as well. I think it's just a matter of time, to be honest, because it's also a matter of awareness, and it's just going to change in the future as well. But yeah, trying to also kind of within our own communities organize events, organize more kind of broader sessions where we can include more women. We also kind of provide perks to these kind of programs where they would at least get to know first that they can build their idea with no-code tools, and then it's kind of a route for them to at least get into that. And then I think that's very easy then to bring them to the excitement level that, yes, I mean, now I'm not dependent on anyone else or outside external funding. I can just do and build my idea myself.
Yeah, absolutely. So then to me, it's like one of the greatest things about no code is that it allows for you to rapidly build and take your product to market quickly and get feedback and start iterating and start, making those core changes and seeing, is this actually going to work? Is this going to be a viable product? And so with no code, it allows us to do it faster, generally cheaper, and we can generally do it ourselves. So if that is kind of where things are shifting with development, and that's where the future is headed, then it makes sense to me that if we're kind of like saying, okay, we need to see more women represented in tech and stay in tech, not leaving because of issues that they've had with discrimination or with their male counterparts or what have you, then to me, it seems that getting women in and invested in the community and in the tools early on is highly important. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a great job that you are doing with your community and many others like similar to yours, where there's even like very special community just for women, because I think that's kind of a much safer place for women to get into. And I think you have noticed once regarding the Twitter, it seems sometimes it feels like there's lots of male no-code enthusiasts just retweeting each other's tweets, which sometimes looks a bit crazy, but I think it's also a bit of like cultural and like characteristic things. Think that maybe female founders or females are not really so much engaged and so much just kind of on the stage that much, whether it's a Twitter or anywhere else. So I think that's really great to have these kinds of close communities where you have all of them just working together, empowering each other, and having role models to kind of follow on.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Thank you so much for that.